Women are valuable members of society who contribute to their families, workplaces, and communities in a variety of ways. Unfortunately, some women may display signs of being of low value. Low-value women often display certain signs, including behaviors, thoughts, and attitudes. For example, low-value women tend to primarily focus on what they can gain from relationships or situations, instead of on what they can contribute. Low-value women also tend to be passive and easily influenced, as well as exhibit certain qualities such as low self-esteem or self-centeredness. To help you spot low-value women, we are going to present you with 10 signs that she may be of low value. Number 1. She is codependent and overly dependent on her partner. Codependency is a common red flag for an individual with low self-worth and value. A low-value woman typically relies heavily on her partner for well-being and validation, appearing excessively needy and clinging. Regulations may include the need to know what her partner is doing at all times, a fear of abandonment, sacrifice of personal time or goals in order to prioritize the relationship, and often too quick a transition into relationships and living together. She may lack boundaries, overlook her own feelings, and be unable to set emotional limits that work for her in relationships. If she is codependent, she will usually be less independent, not even considering the importance of developing autonomy and a sense of self outside of the relationship. Number 2. She fails to create healthy boundaries in relationships. Healthy boundaries are an essential aspect of any successful relationship. Without proper boundaries, a sense of respect and security simply cannot be achieved. A low-value woman is usually someone who disregards creating boundaries. It is not uncommon for her to be overly clingy and reliant on others for validation and approval. Having a healthy sense of self-respect is essential for any relationship, and it starts with setting boundaries. A low-value woman usually lacks the ability to recognize these boundaries and thus has difficulties creating them. She may try to walk all over your boundaries, taking advantage of your kindness and place herself in uncomfortable situations without consideration. Number 3. She lets others disrespect her. A low-value woman lacks the ability to recognize and accept her own self-worth. She often allows people to walk all over her and doesn't stand up for herself. This might involve tolerating insulting comments from a spouse, family, or friends, not standing up to a colleague in the workplace, or letting someone take advantage of her generosity without expressing her discontent. A low-value woman might also keep silent, while others cut her down in order to avoid potential conflict or confrontation. In any case, she is incapable of protecting or asserting her own value firmly and confidently. This leads to her experiencing unnecessary suffering and a lack of validation, which can ultimately be incredibly damaging to her well-being. Number 4, she is constantly comparing herself to other women. A low-value woman can often be identified by her tendency to constantly compare herself to other women. She often puts herself down and will use her comparisons to fault herself, leading her to have a negative self-image. More often than not, she has an unrealistic, idealized image of someone else, and as a result, she'll deny her own worth. This leads to her not feeling confident and comfortable in her own skin, and expressing dissatisfaction with her own life as she tries so desperately to live up to the standards of an unattainable image. This inferiority complex can lead to her attempting to prove herself by exaggerating the truth and getting involved in self-destructive activities. Number 5, she is overly concerned with her physical appearance. A low-value woman displays a lack of self-confidence which forces her to draw attention to her physical features in order to boost her ego. She may spend an inordinate amount of time in the mirror, constantly fussing over her hairstyle and clothes to the point where it becomes unhealthy. She will also tend to rely heavily on applying makeup and other superficial beauty techniques to appear put together. She may be overly concerned with her diet and exercise routines in order to maintain her physical appearance. While everyone pays some attention to their physical appearance, a low-value woman goes above and beyond in her obsession with her looks. Number 6. She builds her self-worth from external validation. A woman with low value builds her self-worth from seeking validation from outside sources such as others' opinions, compliments, recognition, awards, and material possessions. She will go to great lengths to be noticed and receive compliments, sometimes even overstating her talents, skills, and achievements. She will look down on others to prove herself, and as a result, she will rarely receive genuine compliments. When she does, she'll take any comment, even negative ones, as validation, wanting to feel accepted and acknowledged. Her poor image of self will lead her to be dependent on things that are temporary, and that won't bring her any real satisfaction. Low-value women usually compare themselves to others so they can attain self-worth. Number 7. She settles for less than she deserves. A low-value woman is someone who compromises her own respect and satisfaction in order to please and accommodate those around her. She may give away more of her precious time and resources than she should, instead of tending to her own needs first. Signs of this kind of woman include settling for less than she deserves in all areas of her life, from relationships to career success. She may frequently undervalue her own talents, skills, and ambitions, and this attitude can cause her to accept less than she is worth. Low-value women tend to be subjected to unfair or unhealthy situations in personal relationships, job opportunities, and other important life successes. Number 8. She gives into peer pressure and looks for approval from others. When it comes to knowing who has low value, there are many different signs to watch out for. One sign is that she gives into peer pressure and looks for approval from others. This type of woman tends to conform to what her friends think and say and constantly looks for validation from them. She may go along with activities that make her uncomfortable in order to please others and be accepted by her peers or friends. She constantly worries about what others will think about her choices and how they will perceive her. This type of woman tends to be emotionally and psychologically dependent on the opinions of others and has a low sense of self-worth. Number 9. She doesn't take responsibility for her actions. A low-value woman is someone who typically places herself at the lower end of the relationship hierarchy and overall fails to bring worthwhile assets to her partner. One easy sign is if she does not take responsibility for her own actions. This avoidance of responsibility is more than a little irritating, as it can display a lack of growth and maturity. She may be quick to blame things on others, or will outright avoid any accountability and be completely silent when called on her mistakes. Taking responsibility for one's actions is key for a successful relationship, and a low-value woman will be quite distant from this important tenet. Number 10. She is blindly obedient and doesn't stand up for what she believes in. A low-value woman is often blind to her own feelings and needs, often willing to do whatever her partner wants or instructs her to do. The ability to stand up for yourself and display the kind of confidence that deserves respect is an important sign of a woman with high self-worth. Yet many low-value women fall short when it comes to standing for something they believe in. Low-value women may often be taken advantage of, which can often lead to resentment and bitterness that is difficult to shake off and heal from. An inability to stand for her beliefs can be a major sign of a lack of respect and appreciation for herself. It's important to recognize the telltale signs of low value in a woman, as it can help you steer clear of any potential issues or dangerous situations. Despite having low value, every woman is capable of learning, growing, and becoming a better version of herself with some guidance and support. People change, evolve, and adapt, and everyone is deserving of love, attention, and respect. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to stay tuned to such factful content. Thanks for watching.